Hello everyone and welcome to the Incense Podcast. This is episode 235. Yeah, I've changed the combination on my luggage case. Don't get any ideas, everybody out there. But I am... Damn. But I am joined by my two other amigos. The three of us are here. I've obviously got Ian here, Ian Waterford, living the good life, hunting down butterflies, I hope, or butterflies. I've got Milo, Pokémon UK, wishing his Wiglet was golden and standing tall. And you've got myself, Masterful27, who's actually been attacked by a quillfish. I will explain about that more as we go into the show. But guys, before we jump any further into it, how are we doing? We're here, 235, not 234, Ian, 235 now.
Well, to be fair, I'm looking at your show notes and it says tonight in episode 232, so I was getting nervous.
It does. Ian.
That's just to keep you on your toes. That's all
Don't
it
keep me
is.
on my toes because I like to read them.
There you go.
I changed. I'm so annoyed with myself. Oh no! Back behind the scenes for you all. I've left the site. 232.
That's the danger of copy-paste show notes.
I used Google and update the previous version. I've just left. I've done the title and left that bit on it. We're also going to be talking about Gigantamax.
The listeners can't see Milo's face.
Yay.
We're also going to be talking about events that happened 3 weeks ago as well. I've not changed any of it. Oh no!
This is all a recap. The whole show
It
is
says
now a recap.
welcome Tom there, actually.
Oh, don't say that.
Anyway, I'm very curious as to why Marky Boy has been having a fight with a quillfish.
Actually, good point.
You know, I mean, I've heard of dolphins passing pufferfish around for very different reasons.
Oh,
So,
dear.
why are you being spiked?
I'll be spiked. So, anyway, long story short, I had some acupuncture done this afternoon. So I was
They
literally
smack you with pufferfish?
Yeah, well, the needles. I wasn't going to go. I've just been spiking myself with needles. That'd be probably not so family friendly for an intro.
Interestingly, they serve you fugu. What is it? That you eat the pufferfish and then they slap you with it.
Something like that, and hope you swallow it properly.
To be fair, if Milo was slapped with a fish, you'd die.
It doesn't matter what the fish is. Yeah.
If Milo was in the same room with a fish that didn't touch him, he'd probably pass out, wouldn't you, mate?
I still remember in Seattle, actually, was in the fish market. I've never seen anyone more petrified when there's a fish hurtling across space.
I'm surprised you saw me behind my massive camera. I was like, I've got to film this and hide the sheer terror.
Is that fish juice flying in the air? Mouth shut!
No fish juice, please. It's not that kind of market.
No. But yeah, so I was attacked. I had some needles in my arm today, acupuncture. So hopefully it's going to do some help with my arm. But yeah, it was an experience. Another thing I've ticked off the list, when you get into your 40s, they don't tell you about all the fun things you're going to tick off. Physiotherapy, tick last week and today, first time.
Acupuncture.
And acupuncture, tick.
Still not there.
So,
still not there.
So yeah, Ian.
We'll send a quillfish your way in.
Yeah, we'll fire it over to you, mate.
Train Mac
I
to
go more the
slap you with it.
pharmaceutical route, you know, if I can get a pill to take. Just to alleviate the pain. And that's the way I'm
I
going.
don't think pufferfish comes in pill
I'm
form.
not a hippie. There's no one sticking needles in me.
I'm not a hippie. I love you, Ian. I love you. Oh, dear. But yeah, that's the story behind the quillfish reference. But yeah, guys, we're here again. And we've got loads to talk about, haven't we, tonight? Should be a good show.
Loads of good stuff.
We've got that much to talk about. We were just figuring out earlier whether we could fill an hour.
I said 37 minutes, so...
Yes, you did, yeah.
We've done 7 of that.
Oh, well,
Raw people, by the way.
Raw, we did just chat for about 3 minutes before we started.
Anyway.
Moving on.
As everyone's looking at the duration of the show, and it says like 3 minutes 45 and look very confused and perplexed.
TikTok.
But no, thank you everyone, as always, for tuning in. We hope you're going to enjoy this show. And this is something we ask all our listeners to do before we kick things off. It is standard protocol for anyone that listens to the Incense podcast. Please drop your incenses. If you do that, we'll be sending you loads of shiny and 100 looks and vibes your way.
Slap on the incense, boys. It's time to go.
And the reason we ask you to do that is if you do get something good whilst listening to the show, please use our world-famous hashtag, Shinies of the Week, to share your successes with us.
Clarify spelling.
I sure can. It's SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. If you post that
Could
across...
you clarify the spelling?
I sure will not do it a second time. But yes, if you use that hashtag on any of our...
Clarify the spelling.
Wow. No, leave it alone.
SHUT
UP.
UPIAN.
Hey, we've got a listener that loves the sample. We talked about this last week.
We've got to be inclusive for everybody. But yes,
Exactly.
the way,
This is what this show is.
and if you want to be included in the show, use that hashtag on our social media platforms: X, Threads, Instagram, Discord, Campfire, Blue Sky, other ones, and we will find you at Incensed Podcast.
Or attach it to a pufferfish and throw it at Ian.
Ian will just bat it off. He's going to chip it away, and it'll come right.
I don't mind sea creatures. I'm quite partial to them.
They are water Pokemon, aren't they, Ian? And they are your favourite.
Partial to a pufferfish.
But Ian, you've got a bat phone, haven't you? Well, it's actually an Incense podcast phone. Tell the
Well, actually,
listeners,
I've got an iPhone, but it has a WhatsApp number on it.
share with
it's
our
for
listeners
Incense
the
podcast.
number in that people can get hold of us on WhatsApp.
Yes, the number hasn't changed in the last probably nearly 2 years, and Mark still hasn't remembered it. Why he keeps asking me every week. That number is +44 759 269 5696.
Hey, we're anything but repetitive here when I'm hosting a show. But yeah, there you go.
He's delegating 'cause he's a host.
269
There's something else he's forgot that he's delegated to me at the end of the show. We'll find out
56
later.
and 96 at the end. But yes, there we go. That's all the information you need. So let's jump onto the bandwagon of Pokemon Go goodness. See, I changed that.
Keep your skidoos at home.
There we go. So we're going to jump straight into a discussion because we did we didn't talk about this last week, but Ian suggested we might talk about it this week, and he was very right to suggest that because we have come to the end of Adventure Week / Fossil Research Day / another event / another event / another event, all overlapping at the same time.
This is what the Pokemon Go team do now. They just stack events.
They love a stack 'em like stickle bricks, don't they? But
Stack attacker.
Stack Attacker. I'm sure that was featured in one of the events over the weekend just to get time to flip and rate it. But no, I digress. We had the good old staple part of the calendar, the Adventure Week, and then we did have a research day as part of it. And now I feel bad for eating fish and chips next to him, JT. Hashtag, I don't really feel bad for him. JT, come on.
Hashtag no one cares.
No one cares.
JT, you're in the UK, you've got to eat fish and chips.
No one cares, no one cares, no one cares. So, Adventure Week, guys, let's break it into two events within one big discussion. How did we play it? Do we get to play it? Because I think during the week's difficult, as we've highlighted before, certainly for me and E. But guys, Ian, lead us off. What did you do on it? How was your adventure weekend? Maybe
It kind of wasn't.
Adventureless.
Yeah, the event was a thing, and we've talked about some of the aspects of it, but really, I didn't get any time to play it at all. Working stupidly long hours for most of last week. Saturday was very much tied up with personal stuff as well as podcast stuff. And then the Fossil Research Day, I didn't get time to play it. And I really, to sound like a former Ginger host, have nothing to contribute to this chat because I don't think I played more than 5 minutes of it every day after work and really got nothing out of it.
Do you want to dye your hair?
I think I might have to.
No, we don't need. No. No, we're not having any ginger hair people on the show again.
I do know it was a thing. I mean, we're a little bit of the way there. I'm not quite as bad as it used to be.
Talk about our aforementioned host. I want to get it in audio format. I didn't put it on social media. I saw that when I was looking through my friends list, I saw Casual Coops was in a Dynamax Ghastly raid, and I went, "Is that a cry for help?"
At least he wasn't sending you
Needs must.
to join him, yeah.
Needs must.
Needs
Invite
must
for it.
sometimes. Oh, dear.
The Adventure Week, you needed to travel really to get the most out of probably one of the chases in it. But Milo, come on, you have free time during the week. We know how you play. We know you
Yeah.
can.
600 hours a day. You know?
Me and Ian are looking
That's
on.
how we roll.
Me and Ian just go, damn. Go on, Milo. Strip it back.
So I was in quite a good position because, as
heard.
was made mentioned on the previous show, that day I'd taken a trip down to Bournemouth to go to the beach biome and actually chase the Wiglets, where JT managed to pick up 2 of the damn
Yeah,
things,
you
and I
mention
didn't
last
get
week that you bestie got 2.
diddly squat. And it remains that I got diddly squat on the old Wiglet front, despite being in quite good locations for it. So a resounding common theme with this one is that if you didn't travel to the specific biome, you weren't going to get really much out of this event. But that's kind of the point. You know, it's a biome locked Pokemon. It's been biome locked ever since it was introduced.
Yep.
So, you know, why make an exception?
Well, I resigned myself very early in the event because I knew what was coming before the event even started. So I just figured, and we talked about this before we recorded today, I'm just going to wait till it's in Go Fest next year because then it'll be in a controlled environment where it will be spawning.
Yeah,
Because
it will become like an hourly rotation
spawn
thing.
next year. Now it's shiny.
It was in Paris, obviously, without
was,
its shiny.
yeah.
So next year, yeah, probably is going to be a shiny on Incense or a biome or something. You're completely right.
The best item.
So naturally, where else would it be? From my personal experience, I had a really, really good time with the event through various different circumstances. The beach biome hunt was really interesting because depending on the location, it progressively got worse through the week. Bournemouth was amazing, really good spawns on the beach. And from there on in, it was pretty much downhill because I then went on a 3-day break to
Bender, I
Devon
thought you was
/
going to say
Cornwall.
it. I thought you were going to say we're on a 3-day
Call back to
bender.
about 3 years ago. You do know that Bournemouth is equated to Santa Monica, don't you?
Ever wondered what a rhythm-based stealth game with dinosaurs might look like? Or a farming sim in space with zombies? Welcome to the Gaming Blender podcast. I'm Matt, and with my co-host Scott, we take a random game genre and random game mechanics, blend them all up, and pitch wild, totally hypothetical games you've never heard of, and maybe shouldn't. New episodes every other week. Hit play and unleash your inner game dev. No coding required. Search the Gaming Blender on your favorite podcast app now.
No, because the pier wasn't very good for. There was no Wiglet on the pier, actually. I'll tell you that much. The Wiglet, if you go in the water, the Wiglet stopped for a bit, which is a bit of a shame.
Well, yeah, because they go back under the water. Go back under the sand.
Disappear. The retreating Wiglet.
Actually, you know, if Wiglet was actually real, as you got closer, it would disappear because that's what sand eels do.
Yes.
JT knows
You
that.
can only
Actually,
do that with AR mode, I think, if you tap it in its AR mode and it slowly retreats. But then it has a very adorable smiling face on it.
What, JT or the Wiglet?
Both.
Okay.
Also, JT retreats into his own body as well. You're not seeing
Does he now?
Anyway, I went for a little bit of a family break in Devon and Cornwall. And
You and JT?
no, he was not attending.
Oh.
But even there along the beach, Wiglet spawns were somewhat okay, but not as crazy as Bournemouth. I don't know if it's just the shape of the coast or something that dictates it, or the width of the beach biome that affects the spawn amount. However, the final kind of attempt was doing it locally, and as I mentioned, and you guys have said and joked, that if you go to the River Thames down by Kew, there's a beach biome.
We weren't joking. We're serious.
In so many ways. But the Wiglet spawns there were awful. I mean, to the point we did a loop for about 3 and a bit hours. We walked from Brentford down to Chiswick and back. So we looped over the river and we saw maybe 8 to 10 Wiglet. That was it. And none of them were gold, unfortunately. But it very much shows that you need to be in the right place to make the most of that event as a spawn. The other side of it was the Toad School being the new Pokemon.
Didn't get that either.
That was interesting because we ventured onto a golf course that was in Bournemouth that had the Toad School appearing. We saw it pop up on the nearby. I'm like, let's go quickly. And it turned out to be a forest that had this really steep hill that led to the golf course. So we nearly broke our legs going down to go and get this Toad School. Then driving around the Devonshire and Cornish countryside, you know, incense running and spatial Rendon, Toad School were just appearing everywhere. Like, just out and about. Boom, there they are. And I will say, ever since the Adventure Week has ended, Toad School seem to be appearing in more places than they were during the event. So we've had some appear on Ealing Green here, literally on our doorstep, even
Definitely
though it's
a
not
forest
technically a
biome,
woodland.
yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not a forest biome, but they're there very infrequently. Whereas during the event, you had to be in a forest. So I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like an amazing event, I guess. You know, I mean, Marky, you had a proper trip to the South Coast. We saw from the fantastic AR photography. What was your take on the coastal kind of adventure?
I mean, this was the thing about it. I when I saw the event announced, I had to put it in our calendar, and like, you know, a week or so ahead of time, and said, right, Adventure Week, put it in the calendar, put it as a footnote, and kind of said to Lise, like, I said to her, like, we're going to have a beach day. If the weather's not great, I'll be going down on my own. If the weather's decent, we'll both go down and have a day down there, because, you know, that was the only way I was going to really give this event a go. Because there was nothing to, going back to Ian's point, that there was, for anyone who doesn't live on the coast or in a woodland area, that event offers nothing. There's nothing new there to chase for the player in that environment. So, you know, I was very much to say I didn't put the game on during the week, and that wasn't because I didn't want to play it. It's because I knew there was nothing there to chase. Interesting point, Kev. I'm going to talk about Toad School in a minute. So Kevin's just put, my house isn't a forest biome, and I got over 10 during the event. So I didn't see any Toad Schools when I did my daily spin at the Poker Stop on the days leading up to it to get my incubator. I put my nearby on, didn't have one, didn't even come up with a shadow. So that kind of suggested to me they weren't spawning in my town where I was, where I put the game on.
I don't think I saw a shadow actually
No.
at all.
So I was like, right, okay, they're not there. Drove down to the coast, like you said, on Saturday, got up nice and early down Bournemouth coast. Actually, we go to a place called, we went to Avon Beach for the afternoon part of it, but we go, there's a nice bit east of Bournemouth city centre, probably about 3-4 miles east of there. We sort of park. It was a nice nature reserve, nice walk down to the beach. Headagsea Point, I think it's called.
Yeah, we weren't too far from there, actually.
And it was, and we always go down there. It's lovely, nice walk. Anyway, I digress. We did that to get to the spawns. Now, typical fashion, before I started filming, I saw a couple of toad schools, and they were by the like cafe area, which is on Hennessy Point. And I was like, why are they there? I'm grateful for them. So caught a couple when I was sort of playing it and filming it, but then didn't realise it didn't spawn anywhere near the beach, and actually didn't see another toad school all the time we were down on the coast. So I was like, right, okay, but the wiglets were plenty. You know, the wiglets were everywhere, to be fair. And we'll talk about the fossil event in a minute, but yeah, for the gameplay, absolutely loved it. At the time I played non-fossil events, so the hours around it either side, because we stayed down after the fossil event, played for 2 or 3 hours as well. I caught over 100 wiglets in the time that I was playing in about sort of 4 hours.
Yeah, similar numbers, mate, honestly.
And actually, Danger Mouse, good guy, met him in America. He messaged me and he said he'd done over 450 wiglet checks, and he didn't get a shiny himself. So it's a full odd shiny at the end of the day. It's a full odd new biome locked Pokemon. It'll stay in the game forevermore in its biome. So actually, I think for me personally, I think that's quite nice, knowing if we ever go to the coast again, and we do that,
it's there.
It's there. You know, even if we might only get, as Ian said earlier, and you said, Milo, even if we only get maybe 6 or 7 checks in the 2 or 3 hours we're down there, because it's not a common spawn, it's still there, and it'll come at an event next year. You know, we know it's going to be a Go Fest in 26. Disclaimer:
Definitely.
It might not be, and I'll look an idiot, but I think we know it's
we'll
going to
find out
be.
in several shows' time.
Probability is high. So got 2 toad schools, haven't evolved one yet. I'm not going to put rare candy into that. I need to find more to really want to do that. But yeah, I enjoyed it. But as I said there, guys, we also, not for the first time, and probably won't be for the last time, we had another event join us in the middle of Adventure Week. And
Overlapping.
God. Don't get me wrong, don't get me started on flipping Swirlix for a minute, but overlapping, we had the Fossil Research Day, which obviously brought research tasks with Tyrant and Amora in it, and a whole plateau of fossil Pokemon that have been on previous Adventure Weeks in the wild. Anorith, you know, that good fossil Pokemon Esper showed up, which we like. and some of the other ones, Kabuto and the like. So this one wasn't biome locked and didn't need travel. Did you do any of the Fossil Research Day on for Saturday?
I did, yes. Yeah, I met up with a couple of my locals, said, right, guys, I'm giving this an hour because I don't need any shinies from it, but I do want some good ones of each. 2.5 hours later, I was walking back to the car, so I did play it for longer than I expected. And typically, I wanted the blue boy. I wanted the little blue T-Rex.
Naturally.
And I must have done 70 checks, maybe more, and didn't get a single shiny Tyrant from any of the checks that I did from the tasks. I did, however, get 3 Amora You know what? I actually had fewer of, but I had better ones, and I got 2 of the 3 were okay. The ticket that was very kindly gifted to me, I think by Osmo Lionheart, I did get 2 shiny Tyrant from that and another 1 shiny Amora, and they weren't particularly anything to shout about in terms of stats, but people were saying to me, oh, the shinies are a lot more common during this event than they have been in previous research days. I didn't find that was the case. So it is definitely... Oh, it was Kerry, not Osmo Lionheart. Osmo Lionheart gifted me the Sunday ticket for the battle day. Okay, thank you, Kerry. Thank you, Maz. Best to get those clear now. But it was a fun day, but the 2 Pokemon I love, and for me, it just wasn't happening.
I've got to be honest, this felt like they were putting a little pocket of what Adventure Week used to be like of old.
Well, it was. It was the fossils
version.
that were in the wild as well.
Because that's what Adventure Week was fossils everywhere.
Yeah.
And this was, in my view, the 2 best fossils. The Gen 6 fossils, Tyrant and Amora, are absolutely epic. They've been shiny in the game for just over 2 years at this point, I think. We've had them at various different Go Fests. Like Ian, I wanted the Blue Boy. I wanted to chase that, see if we get the 700 CP. And a bit like Ian, the luck wasn't really there on the Tyrant. It wasn't just the shiny luck. Amora was playing like so much better RNG. So in total, I got 11 shinies. 3 of them were Tyrant, 8 were Amora. But then there were 2 Hundo Amora from the research tasks as well. Yeah. And one of the shinies was a 98 from the paid ticket. So I was like, Amora, I don't know why. It was just the mon of the day, and Tyrant was playing hard to get. Very strange. But I hope you boys don't mind putting a little bit of a negative on this one.
Do it.
A research day, in my view, is one of the best events that Pokemon Go does, because above all else, it's a free-to-play event, flat out, apart from maybe if you want to buy the ticket. It just means how many stops you can access, how many footsteps can you put down in 3 hours or want to do in 3 hours. And it's absolutely brilliant. But we come back to the overlapping events, and the bloody Adventure Week, there were so many, I'd say probably 20% of the research tasks were either non-event or Adventure Week. So there was a significant drop in the amount of actual fossil
Pokemon
research day.
So common.
Yeah, and explore 3 kilometers. And it just pains me. It's like, this 3 hour window is actually so sick because these shinies are good. It's a boosted shiny, no matter what the personal RNG is, it's your best chance to go and get one.
Also, they just had the event. They weren't distinguished between the 2 events. So if you didn't know what tasks you were chasing, you could be lumbered with something that was completely useless to you.
See, I was like, I don't remember there being catch weather boosted tasks on a research day, because what if you don't have partly cloudy boost for a rock type Pokemon? You're stuffed. In the same way, we never ever have explore X amount of kilometers in these new research days. So they were really annoying. And it's like, why on earth? I chatted to a bunch of people in my community. Nobody on the Pokemon Go community space will say, yes, I'll explore 3 kilometers for a fungus instead of a make 5 curveball throws for a shiny Tyrant possibility. It made no sense. And I really hope that they stop the overlap of this sort of event, or in any way just mean that it's eliminated. 3 hour window, all the tasks change over, because other events, for example, raid days, max battle days, unless something goes horribly wrong with them, every gym or every power spot changes to the featured Pokemon for that section of time. You don't have other stuff mixed in with it. So I don't know why a research day doesn't follow that format.
I kind of do, because if you go back to, I think it was Mareep Community Day, when the event was again overrun, and we were saying, well, why didn't the Mareep overtake it? And because it was overlapped by an existing event. Now they can actually do that. They don't.
It's not meant to have done. It's probably one of these things where it just happened and they're not going to talk about it, not mention it again. Because I was thinking back to it, and we all laughed when this was happening earlier in the year. The last technical research day was the Archon Catch Mastery, which was like the 8 hours of nothing but Archon tasks.
Yeah.
But I think even for that, you would very much struggle to have not found an Archon task, or to find a task that wasn't a research day task for that 8 hours. Whereas this one, I was like picking up so many catch 5 with a weather boost, and I don't think I've ever thrown away so many tasks in a research day, and it was greatly annoying because the event was so awesome on
Yeah,
paper.
I
hope it's better in the future.
Adding to that, like we were in Avon Beach at that point, and like there wasn't a lot of Pokestops there anyway. Very grateful for the gifted ticket, Kerry. And it was a shame that I couldn't do all of the research tasks. And that didn't bother me because actually my RNG luck was absolutely crazy on the fossil Pokemon. I got 7 shinies from the fossil to Amora and Tyrant. I got a 96% shiny Tyrant, which is my best one so far. And I think the one that I got, which I really loved the most, wasn't necessarily the IVs, but I got a large shiny Amora, an XXXL lot.
Oh, sweet.
Shiny Amora. So I got 4 shiny Tyrants, 3 shiny Amoras. I was surprised by how they were popping off for me. And I was kind of like, do you know what? I'm actually not too concerned about finishing off the timed research now because I've got more than enough. I just wanted the spawns to change back so I could just hunt Wiglets again. But like you said, I discarded. I had limited tasks I could collect, and I got ones I had to discard because, like you said, explore 3 kilometres. I'm like, what's that all about? And looking at our exclusive sort of Patreon chat, they're talking about similar things like that. We talk about events overlapping and things like that. Barside 2's put that Sunday, September the 28th, Raid Day in brackets is during the 5 city safaris. Great planning again. From what it sounds like, Sue had what I had, 2 p.m. all the Wiglets disappeared, So if you're doing Adventure Week and that's what you want to be playing, because that's what the game says is on at that point, you can't do it because another event is taking over. Certainly when you're biome locked like that, you'd expect them to certainly still be spawning amongst the others. Maybe not as frequently, but they just disappear.
Well, that's really weird because you couldn't get enough of the Esper. Like Esper just was persistent. Doesn't matter what the event was on the Today tab going. It was there.
Yeah, and JT's also put here, apparently fossil researchers took over the Pikachus at the Valencia event. So you're there with
my God,
going over
really?
your rate, what is it, your tour road trip bus, and you want to get your Pikachus and you're getting
That
encounters
is
with
awful.
fossils. And so this isn't a surprise though, is it, guys? I know we spoke about the
No.
calendar being crowded last week, but this is more about when you execute a crowded calendar, you can't do anything other than dilute an event. There's just no way of getting them all alongside, is there? In the same way, it just can't work, can it, guys? I mean,
No, it can't. And you've got a massive problem with this is that Pokemon Go, as we said, is so fast-paced. There's always something else happening in the next second that there's no way to rectify anything because it's done. The event's done in 3 hours. Then they'll try and do a makeup event, which will then break. I think a la the G-Max Snorlax that had to be redone 4 times for anybody who was over in APAC. As we said, simplify and then execute properly rather than just jam-pack things on top of each other.
Well,
Because
let's get down to basics. We just need fewer events.
yes.
Don't overlap them. Simples. People aren't complaining. The overwhelming feedback we got last week on the poll was that people are just getting burnt out. There's too many events and people want fewer events, just better quality ones.
Yeah.
I've never known it before though. Like, and again, I'm repeating myself. You have Adventure Week on. It tells you what's on the tin, right? And you go to play it and you can't play it because something else is impacting it at the same time. You go, that is crazy. And then, like, I know we'll talk about a bit later in the show. We'll talk about Gigantamax and Swirlix and flipping, Combi and all that. Like, there was a time on Sunday when Lee said to me, "Do you want to get back down the coast and hunt some more Wiglets?" I went, "I don't even know if they'll be spawning on Sunday." I kind of was like, do you know what I mean? I kind of was like, I don't even really want to chance it. I know it sounds crazy.
Because you're mixing in then the Sweet Swarm.
Sweet Swarm's
which I think
event.
is
Yeah.
finished now by the time we're recording. So that's like a bit like the summer concert, another kind of mini event that overlapped some of the weekend and into the beginning of the working week, but was only off of lures, but was also research tasks. So there was a point on Sunday where you could pick up Sweet Swarm research tasks, which give you boosted Swirlix and Combi, but then there were also Adventure Week research tasks that gave you the Staryu, Trubbish, and Fungus. Unless you're like us, who do a podcast every week and make mental notes and actually write physical show notes to what the bloody hell's going on, how on earth are you supposed to keep track of which task is meant for which event? Because they're not even color-coded. They just say event.
This is what I was getting to earlier. If they actually color-coded them, you knew which was for which event.
No, you're 100% right. They could color-code them like they did for the GoFest biomes. You knew exactly which biome you were in because you got a red task.
We had that, didn't we, in City Safari when we went to Milan early? They had the bug event, didn't they, overlapping the part. And actually, it was just the words that were different, wasn't it? On the researchers, you had to look at very carefully, didn't you?
Yes, it's event or city
you
safari.
could just put a different tab on the bottom of the actual.
But colour
Yeah.
would be far simpler, wouldn't it? Like if colour for the event, and if it's non-event, you just leave it blank like they normally do, don't they? If it's not an event one, it's just a normal white background. Catch a Pokemon sort of task. But
would be better. But moving into Sunday, then we've got yet another event, which was the Gmax Butterfree Battle Day. And I'm going to go straight there. I didn't go over the top like potentially Milo and JT did, but I did 22 battles for Butterfree. Not a single shiny.
Nothing.
Absolutely diddly squat. And I didn't even get any particularly great ones. Not that you really need a particularly great Butterfree, but... No, absolute waste of time. And that was the feedback I got from a lot of people, that the shinies just weren't coming through.
Honestly, I think it's a very common theme on these Max Battle days is that they don't seem to be a 1 in 10 like you get for the raid days. They're a standard 1 in 20 because it's the only time you're going to be able to battle them, which I think is rubbish considering there's another problem actually, which we'll get onto is, gathering enough people to do it is always a problem. Thankfully, Butterfree wasn't too difficult.
No, it was an easy one, yeah.
You've got the RSVP system now, which is available for Gmax, and you can remote if you want to burn every coin you have available to you.
I burned so many coins at the weekend.
I'm very glad to say I didn't do I did one remote of this thingy just to get it sort of done to level up with somebody else. I'm going to try in person and get it. And it took a fair few battles to get a shiny. I think I did 25 in person, but most of the group did 30 or so. There were people in our community who came away from 3 hours of grinding, didn't get a single shiny. Like, the shiny's kind of the only thing you're going for because Butterfree's not the best thing. And we know it's coming back in 3 weeks.
We're not all as jammy as Barrow over there, are we?
Jammy?
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 Oh, jammy.
Jammy? Am I jammy?
Which side have you been jammed?
I don't know. I thought it was boosted. So I was going into this thinking this is a boosted Gmax shiny. I did say that on my vlog. I said, this is one of the boosted ones, so everyone's going to get at least one if you do sort of a handful of raids. And I got one on my first raid, and I was like, yeah, brilliant.
Done.
No,
Yeah.
Well, I was like, this is boosted, and I got one on my first raid. So I was like, happy days, brilliant. It's a boosted, obviously. I got 2 shinies from 6, so I finished 2 on 6, and I was there going, do I need any more than 2 shinies? Because I felt it was very boosted. I've only done 6, and I've got 2 shinies, and I'm kind of like going. I'm obviously, if I do another 6, I'm probably going to have 4 or 5 shinies. I'm like, do I really need this many of these?
Yeah.
But obviously that wasn't the case because, like you said, Sue, 53 battles, 1 shiny, raid 41.
Yeah.
Numerous people online literally just throwing their toys out the pond going, I've done over 35 raids, not 1 shiny. You guys are taking the beep. There's this perception. And no one knows what these odds are on Gmax, which I think muddies the water. And I know a lot of people don't know the odds because they never reveal the true odds. It's what we think it is.
They've never been
announced. But they've never been announced.
Gmax.
Never been announced. And I look at previous Gmax days, and I won't go too much into this, but Snorlax, Gmax raid day, 8 raids, 1 shiny, last one, got it. Machamp, Gmax, 35, was it, Milo? Got the shiny on the 35th one. And I was like, that was brutal, and that was expensive, and that was in person as well. Very expensive. Lapras, 12 remotes, not a shiny. Kind of thought that was probably going to be the case. Dynamax, not Gmax, obviously. Latios, 20-odd raids, not 1 shiny, or remote. And then this one, 2 from 6. So I kind of was like, well, this feels like it's a boosted one. But it wasn't the case, was it? We don't know what they are.
No. I mean, as I said, people came away from doing 30, 35, 40 battles and didn't get a single shiny. Out of my 26 battles, I got 3, which consider myself incredibly lucky.
Yeah,
got quite a
1 in
few
8, then 1 in 8.5, isn't it? Sort of, yeah.
But then there's been days like Gmax Machamp. I had to do 50 plus battles to get 1 shiny. When you consider how expensive this whole thing is it really worth it? And I mean, we'll talk about it later. I think people are getting very wearisome of the whole max battle system because it doesn't reward you the way that I think they're intending it does. Because they're like, oh, you get really good rewards. Like, a lot of people don't care for the fact that you've got 50k XP coming through. It's great for low level players.
Exactly, Ian. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. It's a ticket bonus. That's yet another monetary thing. But you need to give more items because coming back to the Latias,
I don't think items are going to do it for people.
You didn't get a single golden raspberry.
No,
completing
I'm always out of them now.
battle. You're like, How can you do a Dynamax Legendary and not give Golden Razzies to catch the sodding thing?
You ran out of them at Matchamp, didn't you? Do you remember that?
Was it Machamp?
Was it Machamp? No, it was Snorlax. It was Snorlax.
I ran out of them because we're doing
Yeah, but there was a
doing
reason for
Entei
that, because you've been doing your grind the day before.
Well, yeah, and I'd done Entei the weekend before that as well. But if you're just chasing Dynamax, you don't get the resources back, and you certainly don't get the value back of the Pokemon. So it's getting very laborious.
The amount I
think.
spent at the weekend, looking back, I was insane, because I would say probably 12 to 15 of my battles were remote.
Yeah, it's a double hit,
That's
isn't
an
it?
expensive one. That's a really expensive one, doing the remotes.
So I can see why people get jaded, because I was getting frustrated.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a strange old sausage, isn't it, RNG? We'll pick up later. We're going to talk about some STDs, and we're going to talk maybe a little bit more about future events coming up, because we have obviously got a community day coming up this month. We also know about next month's one, but we'll pick up that later in the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other thing you picked up, Milo, with the G-Max was that I certainly saw it was a message that you relayed from your content over the weekend. We went to a park. I was down there for Matchamp. Power spots are everywhere. Beautiful circuit. Same
That
park.
was what I was going to say.
Same
I forgot
park
about
another day, and it's not like that.
Honestly, it's pathetic.
Well, the thing is, power spots are always changing. That's the thing.
Oh, we get
This
that.
was
Yeah,
something
yeah, yeah.
I chatted with Vince, our community ambassador, and they have to put these events ahead of time, a long way ahead of time, because you need the big numbers, you need time to rally, you need time to people organise. We chose Gunnersbury beforehand for Machamp because it seemed really good, and there were power spots there, fantastic. This time round, I think possibly 60% of the power spots despawned on the day and were gone. So we found ourselves using 2 power spots, the only 2 power spots in the park. And then there was a triple at this junction, this crossroads, which was very busy, North Circular, by a petrol station. This isn't really the best strategy. If you're doing G-Max days, they need to boost the power spots for the 3 hours. It just makes more sense. Like, just give us a few more so you don't have to roam around to dangerous spots or bless people trying to communicate and organise. You could organise your community and then find everything has been removed from the game.
So I said to you about this before, Ian, didn't I? Because we said this before. Community ambassadors have a tough job. We know that. It's such a tough job. But they're the people that probably get the brunt of this and go, "What if we pick this park? It's rubbish." You can imagine it, can't you? With certainly those communities where there may be people travelling to events. But I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, because we know in some communities they're building them up from an earlier place to where some of these more established ones are now. Yeah, it adds an extra layer of frustration. You have to plan for these events, don't you? You can't just do it on the morning and go, right, the power spots look good here. Let's do it here. It doesn't really work like that, does it? Or maybe I'm talking from an area that doesn't have a community ambassador, maybe.
I don't have a community ambassador here, but I do know, again, as does Milo and yourself, I do know community ambassadors. Not every CA will plan an event in a park. I know communities that plan them in city centres and stuff where you've always got options. When Miles has got a petrol station is a dangerous spot. Well, it is if you're actually in the petrol station. But if you're on a sidewalk near the petrol station, unless the cars are driving like London city traffic do, and they kind of go off the road and kind of hit pedestrians all the time, a pavement, a sidewalk isn't a dangerous position. It can't always be in a park, and as I say, I know CAs that just plan city centre battle days and raid trains because it's easier.
City centre's usually fine. What I meant by this circumstance is the 3 power spots were on like a corner of the junction of the North Circular with the petrol station there. So you've got traffic coming from 4 different directions, and you've got people coming in and out of the petrol station as well. We had a community group of about 80 or so. So you're blocking the pavements. And you've got, talking about GPS and all of that sort of stuff. Some people, depending on the carrier, couldn't all stay on one side of the road. We tried to all stay on the side of the road that was on the park side so you get the power spot. But you found people couldn't actually get the power spots because they were drifting into the park. Other people weren't. So they're having to, you've just got streams of people going backwards and forwards across the road. When you think as a format for a GMAX day, does it not make more sense to kind of highlight, like they do on a community day post, this park is a great place to go and play with this community? Maybe boost it where the community is hosting something, or, put better planning in place, because there are circumstances where
I agree with
you,
but as I say, I do stick to my argument that they don't always have to be in parks.
No, absolutely. I think they don't always have to be, and I think the nature of power spots. An Italian boss in the Patreon exclusive chat. If you want to get involved, join our Patreon. Gold certainly for our live shows, has definitely said here, this is a valid point. It goes back to what you said. Power spots are usually picked from worldwide commercial shop lists. So, like, we've seen it, haven't we? You look and go, what's Bob's basketball?
Yeah, the bit.
Yeah, you've got hire places and stuff.
Yeah, like they say car washes or like they're just random businesses, aren't they? Like that appear all over. They're not in parks, unfortunately. These power spots.
A lot of them are also submissions that people put in for Pokestops that didn't make it into the game.
Might be an ingress, possibly.
Apparently, there's a solicitor's business inside Walpole Park.
Oh, is there now?
Yeah, apparently.
Is that Milo Solicitors? Was that one of your attempps, was it, mate? Before...
Nothing to do with
Milo
me.
wouldn't submit anything fraudulent, Mark.
No, I know he would.
Neither would anyone.
No, I wouldn't. He's already got 7. He doesn't want 9.
No more power spots.
But you're right, though. You see some of them, don't you? And like you go, I didn't even know that business existed. And this is an old map, isn't it? These are
they're pulling stuff from the old dregs of Ingress and things like that.
Which is a clever way of introducing temporary places, isn't it, in the game? But like we said, most of these are outside of parks, aren't they? In suburban areas or city residential areas, actually.
I've got a couple of power spots that pop up near me, which is actually quite nice when they do.
It is, to be fair. You feel like you've got a better game map now with the power spots, certainly, depending where you live.
I've got a Pokestop near me, but we can't all have 7 or 2. But
I've got 3 now, Ian. I need a bit of drift on the
You're challenging Milo, are you?
Yeah, someone else put it in as well. That's what I love about it. It's fantastic. Someone's doing the good job there. But so, guys, we talked about events and planning and the importance of planning there, certainly around community ambassadors and always trying to get ahead of the game. Pokemon GO adopted the same approach with this event in Indonesia. Plenty of time to plan, or maybe not.
Not even if you're in Indonesia.
Not even if you're in Indonesia. So basically, it dropped. I can imagine people in Indonesia woke up in the morning and saw Pikachu wearing a football shirt and went, what's going on here? I mean...
Actually, I think people in Indonesia opened the curtains and saw Borside outside and go, okay, when do you start?
He got the flight on the morning. He saw the Rage invite app with Pikachu. So he went, right, I'm over there. And it was there.
I did see an invite from Borside. I thought, blimey, he gets about. Well, we know that anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
RSVP, that's all I'm going to say.
So 6 days. It's six
RSVP.
It's 6 days, isn't it? 6 days of Indonesian event?
Yep, it will have finished by the time anybody listens to this show, but it goes until the 9th of August.
It must have been a secret event because you've still got a Floridian with you, haven't you, that normally goes to these things?
Yes.
Very secret event. In fact, I think the only time that we knew anything might happen, we had no idea when, but the people who do some of the digging of the game code and that sort of thing, they found this Indonesian tagged jersey Pikachu a little while ago. I think it was like a week or 2 ago, and nobody had any idea. I was like, when's this going to come along? And it just suddenly dropped on Monday morning. Bam, there you go. It's here. And there's some other bits with this Indonesian themed football event, or soccer if you're American.
Say that again.
Soccer.
So just want to put it out there into some sort of context. So FIFA have a world ranking of the best international football teams in the world, and the mighty powerhouse of Indonesia are ranked below Zimbabwe and Libya in rank 118 in the current men's ranking. So football, Indonesia, I can see where they got the link. I can't see where they got the link.
Mark is a man who knows
but they are above Togo and the Korean DPR. So
I do love how Mark really has to shoehorn football into the show.
Well, it's a football jersey or whatever it's wearing.
Jersey.
It is actually a football-focused event.
They did recently beat China PR 1-0, so that might be why they're lofty heights of...
They're celebrating with Pokemon GO costumes.
But do you know what? And I say this with a little bit of love to the game. I do love it. Something like that drops naturally. There's a hunger for people to remote raid it. That's what I love about this. It's
I don't think people have much of a choice because no one knew it was on.
Even I was going, I don't care for Pikachu wearing costumes, but even I was a bit like, I just want to get a couple of these. I was like, please, it'd be good. But have we all done some remote raids on the first day? It's first day, isn't it? Was it day
first 2 days.
Yeah.
Of doing it, and yes, I'm very glad I didn't remote G-Max Butterfree on the Monday morning after midnight because thought that Milo, that'd be mental. So I had the remotes available, did them, and today I'll say I got the shiny one.
Very nice.
I was
and
very
I worked,
pleased.
so
yeah,
'Cause that's why
I
you
haven't
have
been
no
able to
Pikachu.
do any because I obviously can't play mobile games while I'm at work.
Well, and you need your sleep as well, because I'm not going to suggest you get up at 3 in the morning and take advantage of the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock raids over there.
I'm up at 5 a.m., but before I actually go to work, it's kind of a busy hour and a half.
Yeah, well, I did 6 today. I didn't do any on the first day because, like I said, my head was in other things, and I was a bit like I didn't even know really what the event was, and the time difference from here. I think there's 6 hours ahead of us. And there's 2 different time zones in Indonesia. It might be 3 actually, so it does vary. But I know a certain Italian plumber got the hundo, so well done, Italian boss. Well done,
but
Mario.
Francesco is the Pikachu Whisperer, so I'd expect no less, and both versions of the shiny.
Yeah, I'd expect that, yeah. But I did half a dozen today. No shiny. Got a little 96er in there, which is quite pleasant. It's a nice little design, but I think that might be my lot on that one. Even though I do think the red costume looks quite nice with the tanned Pikachu, but we'll see.
It does look nice, but this plays perfectly into like how overpowered and how useful the RSVP system is and can be. Because I didn't know this was going live until over breakfast on Monday morning. I opened my game, and I think it was Barside. Shout out to Barside, who pinged me an RSVP for this shadowed Pikachu. I'm like, the bloody hell is this? Click it. Yes, I'll accept. And it's the Indonesia one. I'm like, oh, this is sick. Right, I know I'm remote raiding for the next week, because who cares for Lugia? Let's be honest. Or Zatu in 3-star raids, by the way. Let's go for this. It's something else to try and chase. No idea if it's a boosted shiny or if it's a full odds thing, because I think the Kurta and Sari chews were full odds shinies when they were around. So if you got those were insanely rare. But it's just, this is a really nice little costume for an exclusive little Indonesian kind of event. Fantastic. But it does make me think, and I was chatting with JT about, you know how they have the baseball themed Pikachus for American events?
For Major League, yeah.
They just chuck a background on it and it's a regular Pikachu. Why do they not give them the baseball jacket or the hat of the team or something? Like, make it a bit more focused.
Down to
I don't know anything about sports, so it may be licensing. But if they've done a deal with Major League Baseball, then
they could do a generic MLB one. But I think
maybe they could do that.
Teams...
But this seems a bit more heavily tied in, which is nicer. I think.
The good thing was with the Indonesian Pikachu, it's the same colour as their football top, so they play in red. Indonesia do, so it matches their national football team. I was having a chat with Barry at work actually about this, and Baza. And I said, how cool would it be that when the next FIFA World Cup is on, that they have all the countries participating in the FIFA World Cup having Pikachus in those countries over the World Cup duration?
That would be insane.
In their home, in the kit of the colour that they're playing. So you don't have the licensing issues, but maybe we have Pikachus in England wearing white jerseys. Do you know what I mean? Maybe and you might have some duplications with the colours depending, but you could pretty much get the shapes of the thing without putting any sort of licensing things on it. And I thought maybe that'd be a chase for 4 weeks, the World Cup, where you could get remote race all around the world and try and complete your World Cup of Pikachu.
That would be the only way to get me in tune with football. Yes, it's World Cup season for the first time in my life. I would love it if mine was going,
and now we're chasing Italian Pikachu. It'd be brilliant.
We're chasing the Italian, the Pikachu.
I mean, we're going off on a massive tangent, but I'm sure that the Pokemon company has to sign off on all of the costumes anyway.
Maybe, but what was it? The Italian boss himself in the chat said you can get the hats.
You can. That's Major League Baseball.
In game, if you go to the matches, so they're already in the game. It's just that thing of maybe you dress up the Pikachu a bit more, because a background of a stadium, I mean, we've already said lots of people don't really care for the backgrounds.
It's a shame location stamps, I know we're going off a completely different tangent now, but it's a shame location stamps have become less and less catches now, aren't they? You don't get the detail anymore, do you, on them when you catch them? I used to remember, I'd catch them and say, you caught it in Milton Keynes, you caught it in Northampton. They were quite specific.
Yeah, now that's still on the bottom.
I think that's an
there's less of them now. Yeah, I don't get them on any of mine.
I think that's an Android thing.
Oh, is it?
I've looked, because I looked when we were doing Wiglet hunting and stuff, and on JT's phone it just says England.
Yeah, mine just say England on them.
It just says England, whereas obviously if you go on Apple, it does say Bournemouth, whatever.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we still get full information on ours.
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe Android's there's a big player base on Android. That's going to be impacting as many people.
Come
as
on,
it is.
Samsung, for God's sake.
Well, that won't be Samsung, will it? Because that'll be Android.
Samsung. The information is still there.
Of the game.
The information is still there. It just depends entirely on the device that you happen to be reading the location from.
Yeah, because all mine just say England on them now. Yeah, caught in the wild, England, UK. I've noticed
Yes,
that
I've
for
got
a few
Bournemouth.
years now. Yeah, for a few years it's been like that. Because
I've got Bournemouth, Bude, and all kinds of Wiglets.
all my old ones have lost their location stamps on. They're all now say England. Oh, brilliant. Well, there goes the memories. I'm done with this. Well, to be fair,
Ciao.
this is part of the chat we had. We've had a nice little chat. And yes, let's jump into a game. I think it'd be only fair. And as Ian told me off camera or off chat before we started the show, why have you called it a mini flex game? It's just a normal flex game. It's because there's three of us. We're going to do a flex game for the show, and it's the same format as before. We're all going to pick a flex, and it could be anything. And we'll see who wins each round.
Flex it up, flex it up.
I'd probably say, Ian, the only chance we've got is we make them very obscure and we make them very specific.
I've already got
Obscure.
an obscure ones for you guys. I've already got an
Find
obscure
the
one.
most obscure one you can do.
So, who wants to lead this off? Because I'm curious. Who wants to lead this off? Milo, do you want to do it? Or Ian got his ready, and then we'll have a little think.
I'm going to have a bit of a daft one here.
Okay.
So I would like to know, boys, which one of us has got the smallest Wiglet by height?
Oh wow.
And you have to do that by going into the Pokédex, hitting the info tab on Wiglet, and you'll find on the little nice triangle symbol that shows height. Mine is a nice XXS of 0.95 meters tall.
Okay.
My shortest is 0.91 meters.
Still quite a big boy then.
Oh, he wins. Mine's 0.63.
Oh, it was quite close actually.
Yeah, quite close. So Milo gets home advantage and makes sure he wins it. So,
I win the shortest Wiglet.
well, I hope he's still standing proud, Milo. So,
Hopefully so.
hopefully so. So, Ian, do you want to go next?
I do, but I'm going to have to count mine as well. But I want to know how many live event badges you have.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Live event badges. Oh, right.
How bloody hell are we going to judge that?
You're going to have to count them.
Because
Because there's no easy way of doing it. I'm having to count mine as well,
Why have you picked that?
because it's one I possibly might win.
So do we count early access as one and then...
Yeah. Basically, it's all of your golden ones for the live events.
But you've also got lumped in there. You've got things like a colossal discovery and a drive to
Yes,
investigate.
they're live
You've got
events,
these
but
other
they're
live
ones.
events.
I mean,
Colossal
okay,
Discovery's a
I
live
can make it
event.
harder. Let's just do IRL live events. So Go Fests, tours, City Safari. No, City Safari doesn't give you a badge.
Let's
So
should we just do gold badges, Eddie? That's probably quick.
We can just do gold badge because we've all done.
Yeah,
like,
that's a fair point. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
those
gold
things.
badges. Okay,
It's just you said live events. I'm like
yeah,
the colossal discovery.
because I've been
wasn't
to
a
more live
event,
events
it
than
was a
both of
paid
you, so I
ticket
was
thing,
just
wasn't
going to
it?
get one I was going to win.
But I've got Japan events, haven't I, that I did as well, so I might
Oh,
be
you
challenging
did actually.
Oh,
Good old Sapporo
yeah.
throwback, mate.
Okay, so we're just going to do the gold live event, the gold badges that are at the
Okay,
top of your
so
Pokédex.
we
Okay,
just count
Nice
the
one,
fives
Ian.
then.
I did the 5 times table when I was at school. So
okay, I've got 118.
4! Ian!
I've lost count.
Well, you ain't got that many, Milo. 118! Bleeming heck, Ian.
Yeah, and that's going down to where we start the platinum badges.
That's impressive. Well, I'm on 81. Well done, mate.
Well, you said obscure, and I thought, well, I'm going to go with one I have a chance at winning. Go on, Milo.
I've got 108.
Close.
So you
Ian.
were 118. How on earth have you got like 10 more?
'Cause you're
Well, I know you did
Chicago.
I was doing 2 Go Fests a year before you guys were travelling a lot to the live events.
Yeah, but Chicago 19 was your first, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you did Dortmund 2018
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
That's probably why. Yeah, there you go.
There you
And
go.
That's
obviously, there's all the add-ons that go for all of the.
Well, yeah, but typically they didn't used to do add-ons.
No, they didn't actually, but yeah, 118.
Right. Well, I'm going to bring it back to Indonesia, but we're not going to do Indonesian specific Pokemon. But we are going to pick a Pokemon that's been in the game since day one, and that is, of course, Pikachu. So I want to know, similar to what Milo just said, but we're going to flip it around the other way. I want to know the tallest Pikachu you've got
Oh.
in your Pokedex. I haven't even looked at mine, so let's have a look when we do this. That's something we're all going to caught plenty of.
You'll like this number, boys. So apparently my tallest Pikachu is an XXL at 0.69 meters tall.
Nice.
Nice.
Just
number.
edged me. I'm on 0.66.
Oh. Oh.
Can Marky come out on top? Hey.
No, mine's 0.68. It's just
Oh
edged
my god,
me.
so close.
Oh, so just curious, guys, not that this is part of the flex, but how many Pikachu have you seen? Not caught, but how many have you seen? Since the
20,111.
I'm 11,740, so I was quite impressed with that.
I'm nowhere near 8,907 because I just don't tap on them unless I have to.
Unless they're an event one.
Oh my god.
Paul has been to a lot more of these different Pikachu events. Was that 59,200 I'm reading?
Ooh. Okay, Paul wins.
Yeah, and I think Francesco's got 48,000 shiny ones, apparently. So well done, Francesco.
Sue's on 31.3k checks.
Wow.
We've all seen a lot of
Damn.
Pikachus, haven't we, guys?
I haven't. But I'm
Hey,
selective with what I tap
JT,
on.
46,301.
Paul, well done.
Well done, Paul.
Well done, everybody.
Smashed it.
You're all in,
Ah, but what is your biggest, the tallest Pikachu?
Oh my god. Oh, them. Okay.
JT's a 0.69 as well.
JT's a 69, baby. There we go.
I love it. Everyone's got a 0.70. Barside's probably got the best. Well, I'll say everyone's got a
He must
best
have.
chance.
Come on. Let us know, listeners.
let us
Reply
know.
to the episode post on social media. Let
I
us
think
know
the tallest
your tallest.
Pikachu was Dave the Pikachu in London.
Do you know
Surely
what?
it's the inflatable
That's
one.
not a bad shout, Ian. Yeah. The
Didn't
running
say it couldn't be inflatable.
the running Dave the Pikachu, the Thunderstorm Pikachu.
Sue's a 6'8". There we go.
Snapsy Sue. Snapsy's. Come on, Paul. Bring it home.
0.74.
0.7!
There you go.
Yes!
After all of that,
It's worth the
you got
wait.
0.7.
Literally,
Hey.
it was worth the height, I should say. But there we go. Well, thank you everyone for joining in.
Thank you for playing.
We'll put a little post out, I think, and we'll see if anyone can beat that, which I doubt. That's quite a tall Pikachu. So we did sort of mention a little bit about it. We've got some STDs, haven't we, boys?
It is the news.
Oh my god, it's that one.
My Daisy, who was that?
It's next turn.
Oh,
That was a very crackly Nexton.
Bless him. Yeah, we have some STDs. We like to dish them out, don't we, guys? Save the dates, everybody. Come
Once
on.
every 3 months is about enough.
Yeah.
It really is.
Only 4 times a year.
We share our STDs once every quarter.
We're considerate, aren't we, Ian? We don't overload people with our STDs, do we?
No, we do the Lord's work and pass on what Pokemon Go dish out.
Yes.
We're nearly spreading.
For Lord's work.
Oh dear. Well, there's a lot to go through. Let's just say that. But first up is the next season's Community Day dates. And we'll talk about, because we know exactly what this one's going to be. Sunday, September the 14th is Flabébé Community Day, boys.
Flabébé.
Do you want to talk about that now, or should we come back to that in a little while?
Shall we go through the dates first?
Hey, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do some STDs.
Yeah, our next Community Day, and you're going to see a distinct pattern developing here. Sunday, October the 12th.
Well, guys, I like the Sunday theme, don't they? Because actually, this one's on my better half's birthday, November the 30th, Community Day.
Lucky her.
Oh, we have a lovely weekend away, honey.
Mark's going to be disappointing his wife. He's like, sorry, babes, I've got to go and play Community Day.
Yeah, let's hope it's EV 5.0. But no, yeah, Sunday, November the 30th.
Why are they all 3 Sundays? Usually they alternate.
Yeah, have a word with them, Milo. Someone's not playing ball here, are they?
I'll have several.
Well, there
words
might be a
of them,
reason
and
for it,
not
because
all
if
of
you
them will
look
be
at other
pleasant.
events, there's a lot of Saturdays in there.
I don't see a reason. What are you talking about? Because first up, of the other events that might be on the horizon, September the 7th, which is a Sunday, surprise, surprise, is a raid day.
Well, it is, but Saturday and Sunday, September the 20th and 21st, it could be bad, is a Shadow Raid weekend. Actually, that's not bad. We'll get the weekend off,
Yes,
boys.
and we
But
need
depending
them.
on what it is, because next weekend's a good one.
Maybe.
Maybe. But on Sunday, September 28th, another Sunday, we have a raid day.
So that's 3 raid day focused events.
Oh,
In
wait
September.
for it, audience.
And you're going to get a sense of deja vu with this because Saturday, October the 4th, is, surprise, surprise, a raid day.
Raid day?
Now, I hope you like raid days because Saturday, October the 18th, is also a raid day.
Hey, guys, I'm breaking the mould because on Saturday, November the 1st, we've got a very expensive... No, I'm joking. It's Max Battle Day. It could be. It could
You're
be.
not joking. It's more expensive.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of a break then until Friday, the 21st of November, through to Monday, the 24th of November. That is an extended Max Battle weekend.
Sure is.
Of course it
And
is.
to round out next season, Saturday and Sunday, November 29th and 30th, is a Max Battle weekend.
Dear God.
I tell you, I'm honestly not really looking forward to the next season's worth of dates. I've got to be honest.
Do you think the next season is going to be called Pulling Teeth?
Yeah.
Pulling teeth and fingernails.
Oh, there's a lot of things that scare me in there that have just got, you need resources to take part in them, isn't there?
Real life
Yeah.
resources.
Oh,
Well, that, and there's a lot of weekend stuff as well.
Yeah. Well, it's again that thing of many events, full on season. We talked about that last week's show. But there is a chunk of time missing there in the latter part of October, which could potentially line up for a very expensive wild area if they're going to redo that one.
Potentially could. That was November last year, but there's no reason why it couldn't be a few weeks earlier this year.
If they tie it in with Halloween, actually, Halloween themed sort of.
Yeah, there's almost
expensive.
2 weeks with nothing on.
it could do. But yeah, there's a lot of STDs and a lot of Sunday.
Expensive
A lot of
STDs.
STDs, yeah. But we
dear
started
God.
talking about at the beginning of it. Let's put some more meat on the bones, guys, because we have got September's Community Day. It's a flowery event, isn't it? Which is quite nice.
Flab's Community Day.
Flabébulous.
Flabébé.
Now, this one, as we said earlier, Sunday, September the 14th. Regular hours these days, 2 till 5 p.m. your local time.
This is one you're buzzing for, aren't you? Because you put the call to arms on this, didn't you? You said the Flabébé
I actually
doesn't
did
like
say
me.
earlier this year I would like a Flabébé
You
Community Day.
did, and ask and you shall be rewarded. This is good, isn't it? So
I know Francesco will be happy because at Go Fest in Paris, he was as frustrated as I was because none of us were getting the shiny flags.
all I heard Francesca say was, "I cannot get the white baby," and I went, "Sorry, I don't think you want to say that. The white baby won't shine for." There we go, Flabébé.
Ooh la la.
Got you. But I mean, this is fun, isn't it? I mean, we're not going to get every single colour one, but we are certainly going to get the ones that are appearing most regular in our areas. So, red flower in Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. Blue flower.
And India.
Yeah. Oh, and India. Sorry, I keep forgetting that. And India.
So do they.
So does the Pokemon GO team.
That's a fair point. The blue flower will be in the Asia Pacific regions and the yellow appearing in the Americas, but we all get the opportunity. It'll be a rarer spawn, we'd imagine, with white and orange in whichever region we're playing in. And I need something from all of those colours, so that's all right. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I don't know how good or useful or whatever this is, but if you evolve your Floette into Florges or whatever it's called, its third stage, it will learn the attack Chilling Water.
That does damage, doesn't it?
So it turns into a fridge.
Yeah.
As we joked on a Patreon video about properly chilling your drinks, I think, something along those lines.
Is that Fridge Rotom that does that as well?
Fridge Rotom, yeah.
This is all right, isn't it? This is, we get a research of it as well. We get encounters. It looks like you get encounters with the white and the orange Flabébés as well. We get seasonal backgrounds. Happy days.
Actually, Flabébé with the delightful. No, it won't be delightful days. It'll be a new.
It'll be the season
background.
of pulling teeth. Yes.
Yeah,
season of pulling
it's just
teeth.
a picture of a dentist chair. In the background.
Is that going to be?
Speaking
Go on,
of
Ian.
dentist chairs and pulling teeth, the bonus you're going to get for this one.
Oh, I've just seen it. Oh no! Isn't that back to back? Rukidi has
Yeah, it
quarter
is, yeah.
distance on it. Oh, Pokemon Go team, what are you doing to yourselves? Honestly,
Who wants 1/4 egg hatching distance? Nobody. Give us a decent bonus.
Apparently, Ian, if you're lucky, if you complete the special research, you get a new pose for your avatar, and it's you in the dentist chair recreating Gaz's celebrations from Euro 96, keeping the football theme in there. But yeah, that'd be interesting to see, wouldn't it?
I mean, there is one good bonus for this community today, and that is the one additional special trade. So you'll be able to do your maximum of 3 a day, which means next season you're going to get 2 special trades a day.
actually, there's a slightly better one because evolving to Florges requires a huge amount of buddy heart work. And thankfully, during the course of this event and a bit of time after as well, there's a limited time evolution requirement. So you can only needing to get 7 hearts with Floette as your buddy to evolve it. Whereas I think normally it's like 32 or something. So it takes several days to do it.
Wow.
So we just need a way now of getting more puffins without buying them.
Yeah.
Yeah. How? Help us out, people. How do we do this?
Don't say scan Pokestops.
We also get a few snapshots as well if you want to.
How
sort
many,
of-
Marky?
5. But you
5,
know,
yeah.
maybe.
Will they be Rotom? Fridge?
When we talk about getting poffins, you need to do submissions of photos, don't you, to get poffins potentially? So, like,
Submit a bakery.
submit a bakery, Bob's Bakery. I don't know.
Bob's Bakery. Lovely.
But what do we think then?
Honestly, quite a surprising choice and not a bad one at all.
Yeah, I agree. When I said I wanted
Good
this
shinies.
as a community today, I didn't deep down think it was ever going to happen, but I am actually quite on board with this. But I actually do need some of these Flabébés, whereas I know Milo's had quite a good Flabébé look from Go Fests. But I do need certainly the white, the orange, and the red. So I'm not complaining one bit.
Oh, so you're very happy you're in this region then, actually.
Well, I need the blue and the
Yellow.
as well. But you know what, beggars can't be choosers. I will be able to get special trades from them in the future.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Blue's the one I need, but I won't say no to having more because they're really nice shinies. And actually, as they evolve, they get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stand corrected actually. I did get the 3 over the Go Fest season. I got the 3 white Flabébés, but I have got 2 oranges and 1 red. So yeah, the red one's actually the more, I know we've been to events where they featured the other colours, but yeah, there's something I need from this event. I think you're right. They do get better as you evolve them, and it'd be quite nice to get some decent ones maybe. Not that we have any control over that, but it'd be quite nice.
Well, research tasks.
Yeah, exactly. Took the words out of my mouth there, mate. Yeah, the research test will give us an opportunity. I'm actually looking forward to it. So that's a good thing, isn't it? That's all you want from a community day, isn't it? It's something to look forward to.
And announcing it so early when we're in like the beginning of August now, so we know this month's community, we know next month's community day super early, and hopefully one of these we can coincide with our annual trip to Diddley Squat Farm Shop. But I keep saying that every week in the hope that it's going to happen. But I think Milo's at that many music festivals, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, unfortunately, this one's happening during Drum and Bass All Stars in Gunnersbury Park, so I will not be probably catching many Flabébé at all, or road tripping to Diddley Squat Farm during that one.
I'm sure there'll be another lame event we can
Let's see
do a
October
road
in.
trip for.
Possibly.
Let's go October.
Because last time was Ponyta, wasn't it?
It was.
So it needs to be equally dismal. But there's quite a few okay
Rookidee?
Pokemon that could get a con day. Rookidee.
Rookidee. Oh, dearie me. Oh, Rookidee.
Rookido.
Rookidee.
Oh, Rookidee. How I still need the shiny of you, but I should hopefully get one in August.
The majority of the player base still needs it, unless you were very lucky and it was a first tap shiny, like some people last week.
Yes.
I don't know what you mean.
By association, Milo. By association.
Certainly won't a first tap, I'll tell you that.
You're old Bristolian there, Milo. But there we go. That is the news, and that is nicely wrapped up there. Well, we're now going to go to one of our favourite parts of the show, the Shinies of the Week section. But it's a little bit different this time around. So let's jump into it.
Shinies of the week.
Yes, because the first time we got someone sharing their Shinies of the Week in audio format. They've used the WhatsApp number, haven't they, Ian?
They have, yes.
It's a voice message.
Hello, lovely people of the Incense podcast.
Hello.
It's Josh, and I just wanted to share my shiny of the week. I couldn't find the tag on Twitter, and I'd like to thank Sandra Shiny IKEA Mum for the postcard, which gave me my third Shundo, my Shundo Scatterbug.
What? Oh my god!
It's a stupid Shundo, but the Shundo Scatterbug.
That's a great shiny.
Also,
Shundo.
recently I've had the shiny Wiglet. I went down to Portsmouth for the shiny Wiglet. Glad I got that.
Nice.
Only took about 120, so not as bad as some other people that I've seen who've just been seeing hundreds and hundreds and not getting the shiny. Yeah, no, I'm still a bit bewildered by that Shundo Scatterbug. So yeah, thanks, Sandra.
I think we're a bit speechless as well. That's insane.
That isn't crazy. Insane.
So that's third Shundo Scatterbug, did they say? Or was it?
I think it was his third
Third
Shundo.
shiny. Yeah,
But it's the Scatterbug.
Yeah.
that's ridiculous. That's amazing. And IKEA Mum does deliver the goods. We've seen it. We have.
She does. Well, she gets some of the goods as well.
Yeah.
From various different events.
No, that's
but,
crazy.
congrats, Josh.
Crazy
That's
Shundo.
amazing.
GGs.
And thanks for doing the WhatsApp Shiners of the Week. Honestly, peeps, if you're listening and you want to do that, that's awesome. We love to hear your genuine reactions. That was
I'd
awesome.
rather us just play people telling us about their shinies than us talking about them, if I'm honest.
Yeah, because we can't reflect your excitement or passion. We can
Yeah.
do our best, but then we'll probably take the mickey out of each other anyway.
That
Of course
normally
we will.
happens.
That's how it
Yeah.
works, isn't it?
Definitely.
Well, that is fantastic. So we're going to have to talk about other people's Shinies of the Weeks now. Shinies of the Weeks, Shiny of the Week.
Shiny of many weeks.
And I'm going to start with Master Laxus 42 on X. Has put another great episode, boys. banged it on at work, stuck an incense on, started at my Go Plus, and was thrilled to see after the session I'd got this. My first shiny whilst listening to an episode. Hashtag shinies of the week, and it's a beautiful, shiny Minccino. We love Minccino, don't we? Little pink Minccino.
That's a fabulous little shiny.
It's a beautiful shiny.
And not nearly as common as it really should be. It had its research day in 2020, long time ago.
Long time. That was a long time ago, Milo, actually. I remember that, yeah. Well done, mate. Good to see you.
Big congrats.
Yeah, good to see us bringing it home for you.
So Dylan, just 22 hours ago, as of recording this, said at Incense Podcast, Shundo G-Max Butterfree, hashtag shinies a week, and an extra hundo just for good measure. And yep, crazy. GG's.
Shundo G-Max is freaking awesome.
That's epic, that is. That's really good.
That is big congratulations. Picking one up off of X. Shout out to Jamie at Jamie Gaming 2. 5 days ago said, "Let's go!" with all caps. Still catching up and listening to episode 2.
Oh, I'm sorry that you've got to listen to episode 2.
So they're into the second year of the podcast now, so I don't know what episode number that actually is, but welcome to 2022. Hopefully you hear this some way down the road, but catching up on the Incensed podcast. And I finally got a shiny Galarian bird. Even better that it's my favourite one too. And congratulations on pulling in the shiny Galarian Zapdos. That's freaking awesome. Listen to the right podcast at the right time. Hashtag shinies of the week.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, lovely to have that there. Nice to hear someone's voice and nice for us all to share one of our favourite ones this week. Please get involved. As Milo said earlier, use the WhatsApp and also use our social media channels using the hashtag shinies of the week.
Boys,
to share your successes.
Good news.
Yeah.
What?
Episode 2 of 2022 was Tom's first episode where we talked about Mega Aerodactyl on level 60, ?
Here we are 3 years later.
I love that. That question's been asked for like 3 years now. I
think
love
Mega
that.
Aerodactyl was actually in the Rave rotation recently as well.
It was.
Kind of jokes.
Well, there we go. We've been talking about level 60 for that long, and we've had Mega Aerodactyl in the game for that long.
And
There we go.
Pokédex still talking about it on his videos.
Probably in.
No, he is.
Oh, he is. There we go. Well, there we go. That is done. That is the Shines of the Week section. Like I said, that's it. 235, not 232. 235 is done. And we sincerely hope you've enjoyed the podcast with all its sound effects and its hosts combined. We hope if you have done so, if you want to do so, hit that little follow, subscribe button if you haven't done. I keep saying the word so. There's a lot of so's in this sentence. But it will make it easier for you it should make it a little bit easier for you to find our show. You can do that on Apple, Google.
You put two letters extra in there. H and W should have been now so.
Show. But yes, we love reviews, and like you said, we had a couple the other week or so. Go on, leave us a review. Smack a 5-star if you love us.
Nice.
If you don't, give us how many stars you think we deserve. But we do encourage feedback, and that is obviously very appreciated. We will read out those reviews if we get some of them. So
Next
do
year,
it.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely. Follow us on our social medias. We mentioned at the beginning of the show at Incensed Podcast on X, Instagram, and the rest to keep up to date with the latest stuff going on. Like we said, hashtag Shinies of the Week if you want to be featured in the Shinies of the Week section. And Ian, yes, this is the other bit that I always forget, and I'm going to delegate it to you again, my man. Go on. You've got something you want to read out.
So yes, we do want to say thank you to each and every one of you for listening, but equally we want to thank those of you that support the podcast with your wallets. So we have 3 tiers to our Patreon: Bronze and Gold. So first off, we will start by thanking our
Gold member.
And you are JB, Kerry and Zachary, Barside 2, Mandycroft, Mr. Mossam, Mufti and Dean DHL.
Thanks to all of you who are here in the live recording as well.
Yeah, exactly. Most
Tuesday
of whom
nights.
are here.
Where it's at.
We do also want to thank our members, and you are KLXVI, Del Hazard X, Spindiana Luriebeck, Steve in Norway, CC is Mad McFloof, Saul Haberfield, Lizzie George, Sander van der Drieser, Neonet, Ellen Rushton, James Alexander, Northern Soph, Tom Cattle, Charlie Todd, Robert Wilson, Miss Summer of 69, Malcolm Grinter, Geordie Castell, The Hot Weasel, Shiny Ikea Mom, Tony of Pride, and Jono. But we're not done with the thank yous just yet, are we, boys?
Oh no, Ian, we're not. Because we also
Hell no.
I'd like to give a big shout and a massive thank you to our awesome admin team. Let's be honest with you, we say it every week because it's true. They keep us in line. Everything sort of follows each week and have very much been a massive part of our live events and the organisation of everything that's happened on those. So a massive thank you to Sue, Hermes Dinger, and to Francesco. I am Pyrus. And we really do appreciate it. So thank you, guys. Well, we're done. Thanks for tuning in to listen to this show. We hope you have a great week in Pokemon Go.
Oh, wait there, Marky, because I have got some spectacular news.
What?
Hold on to your hats, a.k.a. hold on to your butts, to quote Jurassic Park. Minor and Plus or Spotlight Hour. Ian, how excited are you for August the 12th with 2 times Catch XP?
I can't wait.
Some good news.
But I can top that, boys, with some better news.
What? That's not difficult.
Well, it's not difficult. And, well, Max Monday, next week, is Trubbish.
It's bin collection.
It's bin day.
It is actually, and you need it, so that's good.
I need that black bin bag. The problem is I probably won't get a chance to play the event because work. But if I do get time, I will actually play this one. I only need to do 1 or 2, let's be honest. And occasionally, I actually get a power spot at work.
Winning.
Well, hopefully it's a win-win Monday win for you. However, it's me again. More awful news.
Hey, we're keeping it fresh. What?
What? I don't know why we're talking about mega raids, but apparently on August the 13th, you can raid Mega Slowbro.
There we go. You can raise it any day that week, Milo, but thank you for picking Wednesday, keeping your calendar
it says
busy.
Wednesday the 13th. If that's your bag of trubbish, my recommendation is wait for Shadow Kyogre on the weekend.
Well, there we go. Anyway, whatever you do during the week, we hope you enjoy it and maybe stay away from those events. But anyway, we will see you all. Slow, bro. See you all next week. Thanks for listening.
See ya.